Cycle sport is competitive physical activity using bicycles. There are several categories of bicycle racing including road bicycle racing, time trialing, cyclo-cross, mountain bike racing, track cycling, BMX, and cycle speedway. Non-racing cycling sports include artistic cycling, cycle polo, freestyle BMX and mountain bike trials. The Union Cycliste Internationale is the world governing body for cycling and international competitive cycling events. Bicycle racing is recognized as an Olympic sport. Bicycle races are popular all over the world, especially in Europe. The countries most devoted to bicycle racing include Belgium, Denmark, France, Germany, Italy, the Netherlands, Spain and Switzerland. Other countries with international standing include Australia, Luxembourg, the United Kingdom and the United States. History. The first bicycle race is popularly held to have been a 1,200-metre race on 31 May 1868 at the Parc de Saint-Cloud, Paris. It was won by expatriate Englishman James Moore who rode a wooden bicycle with iron tyres. The machine is now on display at the museum in Ely, Cambridgeshire, England. The Union Cycliste Internationale was founded on April 14, 1900 by Belgium, the United States, France, Italy, and Switzerland to replace the International Cycling Association, which had been formed in 1892, over a row with Great Britain as well as because of other issues. Racing equals road cycling equals. Road bicycle racing involve both team and individual competition, and races are contested in various ways. They range from the one-day road race, Criterium, and time trial to multi-stage events like the Tour de France and its sister events which make up cycling's grand tours. The races typically take place from spring through to autumn. Many riders from the Northern Hemisphere spend the winter in countries such as Australia, to compete or train. Professional races range from the 3-week Grand Tour stage races such as the Tour de France, Giro d'Italia and the Vuelta a España plus or minus to multi-day stage races such as the Tour de Suisse and Tour of California, to single-day classics such as the Tour of Flanders and Milano Euro-San Remo. The longest one-day road race sanctioned by USA Cycling is Latoja, which covers the 206 miles from Logan, Utah to Jackson, Wyoming. Criteriums are races based on circuits typically less than a mile in length and sometimes run for a set time rather than a specific distance. Criteriums are the most popular form of road racing in North America. In Belgium, kermesses are popular, single-day events of usually over 120 kilometers. As well as road races in which all riders start simultaneously, individual time trial and team time trial events are also held on road-based courses. Track cycling encompasses races that take place on bank tracks or velodromes. Events are quite diverse and can range from individual and team pursuits, two-man sprints, to various group and mass start races. Competitors use track bicycles which do not have brakes or free wheels. Cyclo-cross. Cyclo-cross originated as a sport for road racers during the off-season, to vary their training during the cold months. Races typically take place in the autumn and winter and consist of many laps of a 2 Euro 3 km or 1 Euro 2 mile course featuring pavement, wooded trails, grass, steep hills, and obstacles requiring the rider to dismount, carry the bike and remount in one motion. Races for senior categories are generally between 30 minutes and an hour long, the distance varying depending on the conditions. The sport is strongest in traditional road cycling countries such as Belgium and France. Mountain bike. Mountain bike races are held off-road and involve moderate to high degree of technical riding. There are several varieties. The main categories are cross-country and downhill but also 4x or 4-cross racing. BMX. BMX takes place off-road. BMX races are sprints on purpose-built off-road single-lap tracks typically on single-gear bicycles. Riders navigate a dirt course of jumps and banked and flat corners. Cycle speedway. Cycle speedway is bicycle racing on short outdoor dirt tracks, 70 Euro 90 meters in length. Motor-paced racing. Motor-paced racing and Keirin use motorcycles for pacing so bicyclists achieve higher speeds. Average speeds speeds achieved on indoor tracks are usually greater than those on roads. Other factors affecting speed are the route profile, wind conditions, temperatures and elevation. At a 2013 event in Mexico, Frena section Joao Purvis achieved an average of 21.40 meters per second with a flying start over 200 meters. The top average speed over the men's 1 kilometer time trial at the 2004 Summer Olympics was 16.4 meters per second recorded by Chris Hoy. Average speeds clearly drop with increasing distance, so that over the 120 kilometers Cootamundra Annual Classic it is 11.8 meters per second. In the 259 kilometers 2010 Paris-Roubaix, Fabian Cancellara set a speed of 10.9 meters per second, while over the 818 kilometers Furnace Creek 508, the speed drops dramatically to 8.3 meters per second. For an extreme road distance such as the 4,800 kilometers race across America, the average speed of the record holder is 5.7 meters per second, while the 2350 kilometers Freedom Trail over mountainous terrain in South Africa is at a record speed of 1.9 meters per second. Mountain bike trials. Mountain bike trials is a sport where riders navigate natural and man-made obstacles without putting down their foot, or dabbing. It is similar to motorcycle trials. Points are awarded for bike handling skills. Freestyle Bmx. Freestyle Bmx is an extreme sport of stunt riding BMX bikes. See also: Alicat races, list of cycling topics, list of doping cases in cycling, list of professional cyclists who died during a race. References. External links: Cycling on International Paralympic Committee website.